Hi, I'm Lindsay McEwig. I'm a team leader with Usborne Books and More, and I am from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. So I am really excited to show you the world of Usborne and Kane Miller books. I'm going to show you some of the books that made a really big impression on me when I first went to a Facebook party. And so I hope that you enjoy them as much as I do. And so the first book that actually was one of the reasons why I joined, because I really wanted this book. It just blew me away, and it was out of stock. So I was so bummed, but then I knew that I couldn't live without it. So I actually joined. That's one of the reasons. But it is My Wild Animal World. This is a little box set. It has a little magnetic case. It is so cute. It is perfect for little hands. These have 9 little books, and they each have a little spot in here that matches the picture. They're little square books. My daughter actually enjoys when we stack them up like blocks and then knock them over. That is very exciting for her. But they're also little non-fiction books. So each one has facts about each animal. So this one's a tiger. It says, I am a tiger. My home is the jungle. My baby is called a cub. I eat meat. I roar. And each one has all of those little facts about each animal, and they're just adorable. And not only do we have these ones, but there's also a farm animal one, a counting one, and first words. So there's 4 different ones, and they're $12.99. So these are amazing, so amazing, and I'm so glad I finally got mine. Actually, I have all of them now. Actually, I have 2 of those ones, but that's neither here nor there. The next I'm going to show you is probably our most popular ones that might have seen before. I actually had one of these on my shelf when I joined, and I didn't even realize I had an Usborne book. This is called That's Not My Monkey, and these are touchy-feely. So each one has a little touchy-feely patch on there. And this one says, that's not my monkey. Its ears are too soft. And they are just beautiful pictures. They have really high contrast to keep babies focused. You can even read these to babies as young as 3 months. They're outlined in black to keep for visual stimulation. And also, there's some pretty challenging language in here, and I love that Usborne is not afraid to use challenging language for little children. This one says, that's not my monkey, its eyebrows are too hairy. That one makes me laugh. But they are so cute. We have over 30 different titles in this series, and there's every character you can imagine. There is monkeys and mermaids and pirates and princes and princesses and monsters, elephants, meerkats, hedgehogs, everything, robots you can think of, trucks, trains. Okay, I'll stop. But there's a ton. So those are wonderful. Another book that I was super impressed with, still am impressed with, is I love, and I say love because I can't stop buying them, the Lift the Flap books. But my very favorite is Look Inside Your Body. This one is so cool. This is geared towards preschool, young elementary age, and this has so many flaps. And when I say flaps, I mean like flaps in flaps. This one is talking about the body, and so the outside layer of your body, and then under that is the muscles, and under that is the bones, and under that is the organs, which is so amazing to me that they have all these flaps in flaps, and it even teaches you about where your food goes, and it's in small, easy to understand language for little children. And so if you have a child asking a lot of questions about their body, this book is amazing. There's nothing inappropriate in here. There's a part in here that talks about when there's a baby in your tummy, so you might have inquisitive kiddos about that, and it just shows the baby growing in there. So not about where they come from or anything. So this book is amazing. We have several other books in this series too, not just Look Inside Your Body, but the Look Inside is for the younger, Lift the Flap. We also, you can see behind me, there's Mummies and Pyramids, and then next to that there's a Look Inside Food. There's a ton of different books on different subjects. There's a space one too. Speaking of Lift the Flaps, another one of my personal bestsellers is this Lift the Flap General Knowledge. This is a great book if you like interesting little tidbits. I personally enjoy reading this book and then spouting off interesting facts for my family. I'm not sure they always appreciate it, but I have fun, so. But these are fun because there's so many interesting things that you can learn about different topics. There's like science, interesting facts, entertainment, treasure trove. My favorite is in the back. There's a true or false. In fact, we'll probably play a game that has this true and false. This is a really good one for your kids or adults that like interesting facts. This book came out last year and it is adorable. It's called Blue Whale Blues and it is so silly. I am bummed that I didn't get to read this to my kindergartners when I was a kindergarten teacher because it's so funny and I can just like hear them getting excited about it. It's about this whale and a penguin, and the whale is so sad because he's got the blue whale blues because he finds this bike and he doesn't know which way it goes. And so Penguin helps him, and then there's all these other silly things that I can just picture my kindergartners being like, no, that's not a bike, that's a cart. And so it's just so fun, and there's some funny, even funnier surprises at the end. So this is a really fun book that's a great read aloud, great conversation starter. I love that one. If you like books that are great for growing with your children, we have a couple different series that have familiar characters. So this is one of my personal favorites as well. It's called The Complete Book of Farmyard Tales. And there is a lot of really unique features about this. This is a hardback book. It's kind of got a squishy cover, has a little bookmark. It has a CD. Plus, I don't know if you know this, but Usborne is a British publishing company, so it is narrated with a British accent, which I thoroughly enjoy. And this is great because at the beginning it has a little map of Apple Tree Farm and where the story's taking place, and it has 20 stories in here, and they all have these familiar characters. So this is Curly the Pig. And it's about Mrs. Boot and Sam and Poppy on Apple Tree Farm and the adventures that they have. And they have Curly the Pig and Rusty the Dog and Willie the Sheep. And each of the 20 stories has these familiar characters in here. And this is illustrated by Stephen Cartwright. And an interesting feature of his book is that there is a little tiny yellow duck hidden on every page. So I don't know if you can see right here. So there's a little tiny duck, and on this page, it's right there. So it's fun for your child, your small child, to be able to find the duck on every page. And another unique feature is that this is a dual reader. So there's simple text on the top of every page, and then there's a little bit more details on the bottom. So this is great if you have a child that can't sit still for a story. You can just look for the duck and read the simple text. And then when they get older, you can read more details. When they're beginning to read, you can have them read the top and you read the bottom. The story makes sense either way. So it's really fun because this book can grow with your children. So this is a really, really neat book. And the children love that they have familiar characters that they know and they love. Another cool thing about this is we have a few other books that are for younger kids that are the same characters too. So there's Animal Noises board book, and it has Wooly the sheep and Rusty the dog and some of the other familiar characters. So you can start them out young and then grow into the other book. There's also Find the Duck, which is the little duck that's on every page, and you're actively seeking it out. So you can teach them to find the duck first before you get to that book. So those are really, really fun. Really quick, I'm just going to show you a couple more. I promise I won't keep you all day. But we have amazing illustrated stories. So this one's one of my favorites because I love Aesop, because there's a moral to every story. So these are hardback books, and they have a little bookmark too. Mine's kind of tucked up in here. But this is divided up by each of the morals: pride, trickery, greed, quarrels, friendship, cunning, retorts, recompense. Anyway, there's tons of different stories in here. They have beautiful illustrations. So these illustrated books are great for bedtime stories. They're great for read-alouds, and they're just so beautiful. They're wonderful little books that you and your family can enjoy and pass down. They're very sturdy. We have princes and princesses, fairy tales. There's all different ones for girls and boys alike, and these are great. Then we have, no one does activity books like Usborne, and this might sound funny, but my daughter, she's only 14 months, and she loves this book. This is just 1,000 pirate stickers. I actually got it on a customer special for really cheap, and don't mind all of her beautiful placement, but it has all these stickers in here, and then pages in the beginning to put them. And she's only 14 months, and she's getting great fine motor skills by, I just kind of peel it up a little bit, and then she can grab it and place it on the paper. So it's so fun for all ages. This will keep your kid entertained forever, and they're fairly cheap. So we have so many more, and I cannot wait to show them to you at our Facebook party, but I just wanted to give you a little sample, a little taste of what is to come. So I hope to see you at the Facebook party.